What's going on, y'all? So today I'm going to be talking about all the issues that I've experienced with my PA14 360. With that being said, this is not a video to bash Hobie. I still love Hobie, and I'm going to get another Hobie kayak, but I will be selling this kayak. So with that being said, I've had this kayak for right at 14 months. I bought it at the end of December in 2019. So as soon as it came out, I went ahead and purchased this kayak. But without further ado, I'm just going to talk about the issues I've had and what I plan to do moving forward. So, all right, y'all. So this is my drive for the PA14 360. Before I get into this, I do want to make a disclaimer that I use my kayak 2 to 3 days a week, and I put a lot of hours on my kayak. So my kayak is going to experience a lot more wear and tear than maybe the average person, depending on how much you use your kayak. So that could really affect some of the issues that I've seen in such a short time frame. But I purchased the kayak in December. In February, March time frame, I had a bearing issue. I took it to my dealer. At first, it looked like we were missing some bearings out of it, and come to find out that I believe the bearings were just kind of worn down a little bit and creating a gap in there where this drive is kind of settled down. With that being said, that was my first problem. Went ahead, put a warranty in, and got a brand new drive. Okay, so with that being said, about a month or so later, move this out the way. So about a month or so later, I'm actually in a tournament, and my drive is sitting down in the well right now. And I'm fishing this tournament, and all of a sudden I feel a click and a pop, and on those gears right there, I chipped one of the teeth off of those gears. And in that same instance, I also snapped the belt. I don't know if you can see, there's a little shaft that runs through here, that, you know, all this runs down right here, and then you got a shaft that runs through, and then you have a belt that drives everything, right? My belt snapped inside of here. Now, with that being said, COVID was going on, Hobie was shut down, and I think it took like 2 months, maybe a little bit longer than that, to get the parts for my kayak and get back on the water. So I was approximately 2 months out after that issue right there. But my dealer got it in there, put everything together, good to go, right? So after we put the drive back down in the well, the inside the shop, everything turned fine, right? Well, I take it home, I put it on the water the next day, and it's extremely hard to turn my 360. It just wasn't smooth. It took a lot more pressure than it did out of the factory. So I had to take it back to my dealer, and they had to make some adjustments right here, loosen some tension off to fine tune it, to make it to where it was a little bit easier to move it. So then about a month after that, I'm sitting here fishing, and I'm about 5 miles from the launch, and I feel my drive start to get real rough, and then it popped all of a sudden. So my cable inside of here snapped, right? Take it to the dealer, put it in the pool, made sure that it was indeed snapped, and did a little bit of testing right there. My dealer took all this apart, found that the cable was pretty much severed in half, and he put in a warranty, and I got a new drive. So that's 2 drives gone, and we're about 5 months in. So with that being said, a few months goes by, everything's going good, and then all of a sudden my drive starts getting extremely rough. I feel another popping sensation. Now, this is a brand new drive. This is my 3rd drive. Okay, I start to feel a very rough kind of deal going on, and so I immediately call the dealer, and I take it in, and he takes my drive, turns my drive upside down, and bearings fell out of this drive. I mean, didn't take anything apart, didn't do anything. He just turned it upside down and bearings fell out of this drive. So that's my third drive. I'm on my fourth drive right now, and nothing's wrong with this drive, but it is my fourth drive in 14 months. As soon as I get this drive back, I'm fishing a tournament, I'm on the water, and then all of a sudden I feel another pop come from my belt, right? My 360 is completely not working. It's locked up. My drive is stuck sideways. So I had to get in here and wiggle it, continue to wiggle it until my drive was straight, because you can't, if the drive is sideways, you can't pull the drive out of the well. So when my drive finally, I wiggled it to where it was straight, I pulled it up and was able to drop it back in and basically get back to the ramp. But 360 was gone. There's no reverse, there's no nothing else, so all that's gone. So now I'm on my second belt that has already popped. I take that to my dealer, and the dealer throws another assembly in there, puts it in there, sets it up, and then the very next day I have a tournament. I'm fishing in the tournament, and probably 30 minutes into fishing, my belt pops again. So I lost my third belt, which, go ahead and drop this drive in place right here. Bam. Okay, so 360, you see, you can kind of wiggle it, but I'm putting a lot of pressure right there, and it ain't wanting to go. That's wanting to go that way, but then it stops. See, clicking, popping. All right, and there it went, right? So basically it had a little bit of belt life left in there, and I just wore the rest of it out. But regardless, it wasn't working. The belt was broke, and that is our third belt in 14 months. So $14 months owning the kayak. Once again, I do use the heck out of it 2 to 3 times a week easily, but I have gone through 4 drives in 14 months, which is completely unacceptable, and then 3 belts. So I don't know if it's a problem with this kayak. It could be something going on in the mold that's throwing it off, that's causing these belts to snap. But the drives, I mean, the drives are the drives, right? That's its own kind of deal. And to go through 4 of them, now once again, I don't know what all goes into this and stuff. I really just know how to get in it, pedal it, and start fishing. So maybe there's something going on with this kayak that's affecting the drive. I don't know, but I do know this, okay? I do a lot of charters. I do YouTube, obviously there's videos on YouTube, and I do a lot of tournament fishing, and I have to have a kayak that I know without a shadow of a doubt, when I put it on the water, it's going to get me from point A to point B, and I'm going to be able to fish it the way the kayak was designed to be fished. And I don't feel like this kayak can do that. So with that being said, I am still going with a Hobie. I've been with Hobie for 8 years. I'll say I've been with Hobie. I've been in a Hobie for 8 years, and I believe that these kayaks are the most stable, most comfortable kayaks, and they, as far as the organization ability, I don't think there's a kayak out there that has a better layout for the angler other than the PA. And when I had my MD 180, I had no problems out of it. So what I'm going to do is sell this kayak, and after I get everything fixed on it, I'm going to post it up, sell it, and hopefully Hobie does a warranty on it and they send me a new kayak. But even if they do that, I'm going to sell the new one, and I'm going to go back with a PA 14 MD 180 and just do that. Which I'm telling y'all, man, it really sucks, because this kayak, when it performs the way it's designed to perform, I mean, total control, perfect kayak. If Hobie does something to work out these kinks, and I start to hear from some of these other people that they're fishing out of their kayaks and they're not having any problems, I may go back to a 360 in the future, but I think I'm gonna give it a few years, let them work out their design flaws, and you know, I guess just kind of do their upgrades and see what happens in the future, because this kayak with the 360, total control, whether you're fishing for bull reds or sheep's head around bridges and pylons, whether you're fishing in a marsh system and being able to crab along the bank, you know, be able to make those micro adjustments to your nose to stay with it. I can't say enough good things about this kayak when it works. I don't even use a power pole on this kayak with my 360, because I can continue to stay on my pedals to hold my position as long as I want to. I mean, it's really an awesome kayak. But with all that being said, I just can't get over the fact of all the problems that I've had with it. So she's for sale. Hopefully I'll get a brand new one, and then that one will be for sale, and it won't have all the problems that I've had with this one. But I appreciate y'all tuning into the video. Y'all give this video a like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see y'all next time.